Let us see next question. Question number 5. Given that sec theta is equal to 13 by 12. Secant theta or sec theta is equal to 13 by 12. Calculate all other trigonometric ratios. Yes, we have to calculate all other, find all other trigonometric ratios we should find. Yes, which implied solution. Secant theta are given that sec theta is equal to 13 by 12. Thus sec is the reciprocal of cos. Cos ratio is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. So reciprocal of this, that is hypotenuse divided by adjacent. Correct? Yes. Again as usual, draw right angle triangle. Without right angle triangle, without Pythagoras theorem, we cannot find s theta. So this one taking as a theta. So this is B. So A. So C here. Right angle is here. So this is hypotenuse. So we know the value of hypotenuse. They given adjacent. So this is opposite. As you know, the side which is opposite to acute angle is called as opposite. So remaining, that is adjacent. So adjacent, they given 12. First we should find the value of opposite side, that is BC. Again apply Pythagoras theorem. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Write in bracket Pythagoras theorem. So the value of AC 13 square, AB we don't know, plus BC square. So AB we know, sorry, AB we know. What is the value of AB? 12 square plus BC square we don't know as it is. Therefore BC square is equal to 13 square 169 minus, we take this one here, that is minus 144. Therefore the value of BC square is equal to 25. Therefore BC is equal to root of 25. Therefore the value of BC is equal to 5 centimeter. Yes, what is the value of opposite here? 5 centimeter. If you know all this, yes, nothing is difficult here. Now we write one by one all trigonometric ratios. First, sine theta. Sine theta is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. What is the value of opposite? 5 divided by 30. So this is first one. So second one, cos theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse, that is 12 by 13. Next, tan theta is equal to opposite divided by adjacent. So opposite value 5, adjacent value 12. Next, reciprocals one by one. Cosec theta is the reciprocal of sine, that is hypotenuse divided by opposite, that is equal to 13 by 5. Next, reciprocal of cos, secant theta, they given already, that is, you write ratio first, as hypotenuse divided by adjacent. So this is equal to 13 by 12. Then finally, last one, as cot theta is the reciprocal of tan, that is adjacent divided by opposite. So that is equal to 12 by 5. So these are the result. Okay na? Yes, any doubt regarding this? So this is very important. Draw right angle triangle, mark all the sides, find what we need, apply Pythagoras theorem, then write one by one ratio, then replace all these values. Okay, is it clear? Consider question number 7. Question number 6 is not so important point of your examination. Just you mark it. If you want, you can try, otherwise I will clarify afterwards. Now consider question number 7. If cot theta is equal to 7 by 8, cot theta is equal to 7 by 8, evaluate question number 1. 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Second one, cot square theta. Yes. If cot theta is equal to 7 by 8, evaluate 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus sin cos theta. This is question number 1. Second one, cot square theta. There is no problem for this. Just you make it square, no problem. You will get answer. Cot square theta means 7 square 49 divided by 8 square 64. As before going to find first one, as you know already, without all three sides of a right angle triangle, we cannot find the answer. As cot theta, given that as cot theta is equal to 7 by 8. Cot is the reciprocal of tan. Tan means opposite by adjacent. Cot reciprocal, that is adjacent divided by opposite. As I will draw a right angle triangle here. Please note down all this. Write on your classwork notebook. Consider a triangle ABC, B right angle. The side of which is opposite to right angle is called as hypotenuse. Consider C as a acute angle. Symbol theta. So this one, that is AB, is opposite. What about this one? Adjacent. Now you want adjacent means 7 opposite 8. Find the hypotenuse. Apply Pythagoras theorem, as which implies AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Therefore, AC square is equal to AB 8 square plus BC 7 square. Therefore, AC square is equal to 64 plus 49. Therefore, AC square is equal to sum of these two 130. Therefore, the value of AC is equal to root of 113. As what is the value of hypotenuse here? Root of 113. Now we consider one by one question. As first one, consider the given question. What is the given question here? As 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. So apply identity here. So this is of the form a plus b a minus b. Denominator is also of the form a plus b a minus b. The product of a plus b and a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Similarly, as 1 square 1 minus sin square theta divided by denominator is also 1 minus cos square theta. Okay na? Right. Which implies, yes, find the value of sin theta now. Yes. What is the value of sin theta? First to right ratio. Sin theta is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. What is the value of opposite? 8 divided by hypotenuse value, that is root 113. Similarly, denominator, what we want? Cos theta. So find the value of cos theta here. So adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So this is equal to 7 divided by root of 113 as 1 minus. Replace this value. So 8 divided by root of 113 whole square divided by 1 minus cos, that is 7 divided by root of 113 whole square, s, which implies 1 square 1 or 1 only, minus 8 square, correct, 64 divided by root of 113 whole square, yes, root of 113 whole square, so square root and square gets cancels, 113 divided by 1 minus 7 square 49 divided by 113. So I will write here, yes, take LCM, 113 is the LCM, so what will you get, 130 minus 64 divided by 113, correct, denominator 113 minus 49 divided by 113, so which implies as difference 100, 36, 36 and 13 as 49, correct, 113 minus 64, 36 remaining 13, 36 13 49, so divided by 113 into, make it reverse now, that's 113 divided by difference now 51 and 13, that is 64, as these two gets cancels, so which implies 49 by 64 is the answer. First one, first answer is 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta, 1 plus sin theta, 1 minus sin theta, this can be written as 1 minus sin square theta, denominator also 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta can be written as 1 minus cos square theta. By using this right angle triangle, find all the values and replace it. Now question number 2, cot square theta, yes, there is no problem for this, cot theta they given, yes, make it square now. Yes, so this is equal to 49 divided by 64. Okay, is it clear? Definitely you will get 2 mark, 1 question on this type. Okay, right. Good morning, children. We are discussing about the chapter number 22, probability. So lot of basic concepts we have studied, we have discussed in previous classes. I am not going to repeat again and again. So previous class what we have discussed, the last one, that is definition of probability. Yes, this is very important. So definition of probability can be defined in this way. So P of A, sorry, P of A or U, anyone you take, probability of the event E can be find. So number of favorable, number of favorable outcomes, number of favorable outcomes to the event E, to the event E divided by total number of, total number of possible outcomes. So therefore P of E is equal to, this can be written as N of E, total number of possible outcomes, N of S. So this is the important formula to find the probability of an event. Now next point, that is sure event. Next definition. Yes. Again consider a random experiment, tossing a coin, then sample space, head appears or tail appears. Yes, what is the value of total number of possible outcomes? That is. Now consider event. Event means, I told you, event means subset of the sample space is called event. Subset of all the subset of a sample space is called as event. Now sure event. Sure event. Consider event E, the condition is head appears or tail appears. Head appears or tail appears. This is a condition mentioned. Therefore, yes, what is the value of n of e? Both you have to consider. I told you itself, sample space itself is one of the subset. Head appears or tail appears means again yes, h and t. Therefore, what is the value of n of e? So n of e is equal to 2. Yes, by using this formula, find the value of probability of e. So p of e is equal to n of e divided by n of s. What is the value of n of e? 2. What is the value of n of s? Is also 2. Let's cancel these two. What is the value of probability of event e? 1. So this is called sure event. So the probability of event is always equal to 1, then it is called sure event. Remember this, probability of the event is always exactly 1, always 1, not less than 1 or more than 1. Then it is called sure event. Why? Because compulsory either head appears or tail appears. Anyone will get, no problem. Anyone will get. Either head or tail. Either head or tail means, so the condition is here, head appears or tail appears. So once again you write h and t. Therefore n of e is equal to 2. P of e is equal to, by using formula n of e divided by n of s, 2 by 2, that is equal to 1. So what is the meaning of sure event? Sure event means an event which is always happens is called, which is always happens is called as sure event. Then we can say in this also, the probability of an event is always equal to 1, then it is called as sure event. Yes, what is the definition of this one? Probability of the event, probability of the event is always equal to 1. It is called as sure event. This is very, 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 very important. Suppose if you got the probability of the event 1, then it is called as sure event. So what is the probability of a sure event? Yes, exactly 1. Then it is called as sure event. Okay. Next we'll discuss about the next one, impossible event. Next one, impossible event. Yes, impossible, cannot happen. For example, yes, throwing a die once. Note down the sample space. 1 appears, or 2 appears, maybe 3 appears, maybe 4 appears, maybe 5 appears, maybe 6 appears. Yes, what is the value of n of s? Is equal to 6. Now consider, let E be the event that 7 appears. Let E be the event that 7 appears. Therefore, n of E or E is equal to, right, first E is equal. Yes, is it happens? Is it possible? Something else. 7 appears. Maximum 6 is here. 7 appears. So this is impossible. Impossible means very important, null set. I told you null set is also one of the subset of the sample space. Null set is also one of the subset of the sample space. So 7, it is impossible to get. So therefore, so this is null set. Therefore, if it is null set, the total number of elements in the null set is equal to 0. This is very, 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 very important. And therefore, probability of this event is equal to, again note down formula, n of e divided by n of s. So what is the value of n of e? 0. N of s, 6. So this value is 0. Yes, this is called as impossible event. Why it is called impossible event? Because probability of the impossible event is always 0. Sure event is always 1. Impossible event 0. Why? Because why it is called impossible? We cannot get 7 because maximum last number 6 is there. We cannot get, or less than 1 also we take, no problem, less than 1. We cannot get less than 1. So if a die is thrown, we get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Only one number will turns up. We get any one out of these 6. 7, highly it is impossible. So the impossible event means the probability of the impossible event is always 0, or a event which is having probability 0, then it is called as impossible event. Let's note down definition. Yes, event probability of the event is always equal to 0. Then it is called impossible event. What is the probability of the impossible event? 0. What is the probability of the sure event? 1. Sure event 1. Impossible event is always, the probability, its probability is always 0s. Is it clear? Okay, right.